Hello, amazing mothers. Welcome back to Motherhood and Me. Today, we will be talking about a very important but sensitive topic, and is how we can nurture our relationship with our spouses while raising children. Can you share your perspective on how marriage typically changes when children come in the picture?
Okay, so I actually do not believe that our lives should change when children come. For us, because we were intentional about everything, right? Even when children came, it didn't make any difference. It was just another thing that we needed to do together.
But how can partners or couples maintain strong communication between themselves?
So there's something I always say that you cannot give what you don't have, right? And the question is now, what is it that we have or that we had even before the children came? Because most times people think that the children are quote and unquote the problem, or it was because we're paying attention to the children. No. How was the marriage before the children came? If the marriage was solid before the children came, if we were in sync before the children came, it will flow. But if we were just living our lives, when the children comes, we just have now a genuine excuse.
Hello, amazing mothers. Welcome back to Motherhood and Me, the space where we have honest, heartfelt, and transformative conversations about motherhood and the women we are becoming, or the women we become while becoming a mother. All right. Today we will be talking about a very important but sensitive topic, and is how we can nurture our relationship with our spouses while raising children. And I have here with me someone I felt will handle this topic very well, because she and her husband run this relationship ministry, right?
Yes.
And don't worry, she's going to do justice to all my questions. And if you have any question for us, please put it on the comment section, and I will send it to her to answer later on. All right. So I'm going to be reading to us her bio, her profile, so that we know more about our guest today. Rita is a passionate and driven entrepreneur. She is the creative force behind Shakara Food. She's known for its exceptional taste, quality, and attention to details. With a deep love for food and hospitality, she has built her brand on the foundation of consistency, innovation, and a genuine desire to bring people together through memorable dining experience. Beyond her professional achievements, she proudly embraces her role as a devoted wife and mother of four, balancing the demands of family life with the rigors of entrepreneurship. She exemplifies resilience, discipline, and grace. Her home remains her first inspiration. Her ability to seamlessly blend business with family values sets her apart. Through her journey, she continues to inspire other women to pursue their ambitions without compromising the importance of family and home. Welcome to Motherhood and Me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming. I know that you have a lot on your plates, because we're talking about the plenty businesses that you do. So I know you have a lot doing, but you took our time to honor our invitation, and we don't take it for granted. So we're going to be talking about how we can nurture our relationship with our spouses, because I know that over time we've been handling motherhood, but there's an important factor in our lives that we tend to neglect, all right, which is our spouse. Okay, so can you share your perspective on how marriage typically changes when children come in the picture? How was it for you?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad to be here. Okay, so I actually do not believe that our lives should change when children come. In the ideal, there isn't supposed to be a change in our relationship with our spouses, right? For us, because we were intentional about everything, right? practically were intentional. So even when children came, it didn't make any difference. It was just another thing that we needed to do together. So
Another project.
Yes, another project exactly that we needed to do together. So we just flowed.
Okay.
You know, so that's why I said in the ideal, right? If you are conscious of this, there isn't supposed to be a change when children come. But of course, we also know that not everybody know this, or not everybody can, not everybody can, let me say not everybody know this. So whether you are ignorant about it or not doesn't mean that. So that, I think that's basically it.
Well, I mean, it's a very important aspect of our life we cannot run away from. Okay, and I like what you said, being intentional. I actually didn't know that part.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I know that children will come eventually, but that part of taking them as another project we're embarking on, a lifelong project, and the way we handle other projects with intentionality and focus is something we should also give our spouse, all right, when the children come. But why do many couples struggle, all right, to balance or to maintain their relationship after childbirth?
Okay, so I think the mistake is that most couples, they separate themselves from the children. So of course the woman is the one that is pregnant. Subconsciously, the men just think that, okay, like everything about the child is you. Yes, some men will ask, how are you doing? You're fine. Okay, are you going for antenatal? When is it? But they are not really involved. So it's because some men, right, because some men are not involved, that's why there is a separation. And then of course, as mothers or as a pregnant woman, or if you're nurturing children, it's a lot, right? So that's where the distance begins to build. So there's this story my husband shared. I think for us, a lot of things, I will call it by God's mercies, and let me just say God's mercies. So before we got married, he had a friend that they were living together, and the plan was that he was supposed to move out when the friend gets married, but they were still living together when the friend's wife took in.
Wow.
And in short, before the child was going to be born, the couple already knew that they were going to be divorced. Yes, because the man didn't understand all of the hormonal changes that comes with being pregnant. So most of her cravings, most of her mood swings, most of all of the drama that comes with pregnancy, to him, he actually and truly felt like she was being wicked. Yes, felt like she was literally just trying to frustrate him, and she didn't know that was how he was feeling. And then for her, she feels like, I'm pregnant. If I'm pregnant, it's supposed to be about me, right? I'm the one that is carrying the baby. I'm the one that is having this. I'm the one that is having that. So it's basically the moment we separate husband and wife from parenting, from motherhood, from fatherhood, there is already a problem. But because if we're pregnant, if the couple are in sync, the man knows that if you're pregnant, we are pregnant. So for instance, when I was pregnant with our first child, okay, so that experience, I didn't finish the story, that experience made my husband intentional. So he told himself that when he gets married, that he's going to be involved from day one. So what happened was, by the time we took in, I got pregnant for my first child, I didn't even know I was pregnant, right? Because I could do every other thing I was supposed to do. He just said, Madam, you're pregnant. I don't know, I was living in denial.
It didn't dawn on you.
Exactly. Eventually, but all the while I just knew I was sleeping a lot. My husband was reading. He knew everything that there is to know about pregnancy. He was my first doctor. So if there's anything happening to me, I'll just look at him. He knows what we're expecting every week of the pregnancy.
For real?
I don't have that time, please. So even when we go for antenatal, the first time, in short, every antenatal till our last child, we went together. right? So because I could see his involvement, when we go to the hospital, I don't need to come back and start giving him lowdown. He was there, he heard the details, he's asking all the questions. We are involved, so we're doing it together, and it doesn't look like anybody is separate. So if maybe I'm behaving in a certain way, he can understand, because and then I had that support. There was no need for us to be separated. There was no need for me to call a female friend, in quote. Not like I didn't have these conversations with other female friends or moms, but I already was having that conversation with him. We were talking about it. We were painting pictures. We were building memories even before the children came. I think there was one that he had to put a ball in his stomach and we're playing around. So it was so just cute. Yes, it was beautiful. With that, by the time the children comes, even when the children comes, I'm not a rocking person. You are a child. Your diaper is changed. You have eaten. Your clothes, they are clean. What else do you want? What do you want? But you see, because we're in sync, and he knows that that's not my strength. Once we've done all of that, he carries his children and he rocks them. Okay. So it was just a beautiful. So there was no separation. There was no time for him to think that I'm trying to frustrate him or all of that. And then the thing also is that most times women feel like when they are pregnant, the whole burden or pressure is on them. The truth is that it's both ways. It's more than me, so maybe I should not go this or that way.
So it's okay to do that, because this is all encompassing. There'll be people that their topics will be just motherhood, but let it flow.
Okay, yeah. Right. So most times when we're pregnant as women, we think that is about us, but the truth is that most men are involved as much as the woman is involved in the pregnancy. Some show it, some don't show it, some don't even know how to show it. There are some men that have vowed that, you see, after this woman gives birth to this child, we are not doing this again. Right? Because there are some things that the woman is complaining about. They literally feel her pain, but they know that they can't do anything in quote about it. Anything they are doing is just to try to help. But
they can't carry that
pain. Yes, they can't. Some men can't deal with it. There was one of our couples that we cancelled one time, and one of the issues in their marriage that led to wherever it is their marriage was before they came to talk to us was totally childbirth.
Wow.
The man couldn't come out of the trauma of the pregnancy and delivery. Yes. So most times we think it's just about us, right? But there's so much the men are dealing with that they can't, some can't put it in words, some can't. So you just think that it's about you. Some men don't even want to have intercourse with their wife anymore because they are scared that this one will get pregnant again
and go through
I don't think I want to do this. So it's a lot, but I think it's a big deal. Wow. I think the basic thing is for couples to see that parenting is not separated from, because the child needs both parents, right? Their stories will tell our children, and I'm telling them that story. Their father is telling them that story. It's beautiful for them to know that. It's beautiful for them to see that their both parents were involved from the beginning. Each of our children have a song that we play whilst they were growing up, or that he uses to rock them. So they'll ask you, Daddy, what song you used to? Because when you hear the older one sharing the song that, what was the song you used to play for me? What's the color of my baby coat? Why did you guys buy this color? And I'm not the only one answering the questions. We're both answering the questions. So it's just beautiful and amazing. And it takes the pressure away from the man or from the woman, because you guys are in it together.
You know, it just goes to show that there has to be counseling in this aspect, especially before. I don't know if they talk about it during
premarital so it's classes. A very important topic to be dealt with. We do it in our premarital classes. It's a very important topic to be dealt with before marriage. The truth is that most of the classes we do for people, couples planning to get married, you know, when we're doing those classes, they don't understand it. But we just tell them, listen, Practical is coming. Practical is
You will
coming.
need the theory.
Exactly, because we also found out that most of the issues we deal with in marriages, right? When we're talking to a couple that have been married for 5 years, 10 years, most of the issues that we're dealing with, there are things that happen in the first year of their marriage.
Wow.
There are things that happen
That
when the
never got
woman took
addressed.
in. There are things that happen when the woman gave birth.
Wow.
Right, so we try to touch it before they get married, so that by the time it start happening, if somebody had just told that my husband's friend that, see, this and this and this is that you should expect when your wife gets married, do not think that she's trying to frustrate you. And also for the woman, also do not think that it's just about you. The man also, yes, you are his wife and you're pregnant, but he also wants his wife. He cannot just be one-sided. So if people just had this conversation, it would help. And then most times, a lot of people getting married do not think that these are things they should pay attention to. I'm a man, she's a woman, I'm doing okay, she's doing okay, we can take care of ourselves and children, travel around the world, let's get married. Right, so nobody is paying attention to these things, and then you get married and you're like, okay, what's up, what's going on here, what's going on here? He really, so this woman I got married to is already adding so much weight. Is this, how am I going to,
this is not what I saw when I wanted to marry.
So all of these things is just for people to begin to know that these are real things. This is very, very important. There are a lot of people that they couldn't come out of the first year. Especially for those that took in immediately. Then for those that didn't take in immediately, they've been used to just being themselves. And then another person now intrude. Then so it's just a whole lot. But I just think that if couples will choose themselves at every time, if I'm thinking about you, the man, my husband, and you're thinking about me, the woman, I think that will be fine. Because you will not, if we are not selfish, if you are not caught up in yourself, me, myself, and I think you'll be sensitive enough to know when somebody is not saying what they are supposed to say, just so that they also don't offend you or sound insensitive. So it's basically just looking out for each other.
And I think also communication is key. There's a way you can communicate your needs in a way that your spouse won't understand.
Yes.
That way you're not causing friction and all that. And like you said, selfishness. Just let yourself, put yourself in that person's shoes. Because, pregnancy is such a beautiful thing. It shouldn't cause divorce.
Exactly.
And all that.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing. Like,
it's a
blessing. Wait for years to have these children. My husband was telling me the other day that this woman was having her baby, right? And the husband was there. At the time the husband saw what was going on, he fainted. Woke up again. They had to carry him out.
We don't need you here. We don't
I think that sometimes even men, need to experience these things. There's a ripple effect of, I have to respect this woman.
Because
well, so what are the common mistakes couples make during this transition period? Transition from being just two of us to having add-ons. So like I had two add-ons at the same time.
I celebrate grace. Celebrate grace. So I think basically it goes back to the couple separating themselves from so subconsciously the woman just thinks that I'm the one responsible for the children. Subconsciously the man also thinks, some men also think that she's responsible for the children. There's really nothing I need to do or that I can do. So most times some women would complain and tell you, my husband is not helping with the kids. He's not. But guess what? The first time he's trying to carry the child, because you don't think that he can, you'll be like, no. He tries to do something else. You're like, no. Are you sure you can get the measurement of the food? Is the food hot enough? Are you sure it's not too cold? You are paying all, and then the guy is like, okay, this is not my thing.
Got this. Let me leave it for you.
So this is not my thing. And then he gets used to not being involved. And of course, the woman gets overwhelmed. Now, the thing is that we have domestic staff, we have family members, we have all of this support. But the support the togetherness of the man, the father and the mother being involved in parenting, you cannot compare it to the support that every other person gives. Whatever the man is doing might not even be as much as what every other person is doing. He might not be the one washing the clothes, or
I think there are things you can delegate to them.
Exactly, you know. But just the fact that you both are in sync, everything you know about the child, he is aware. Everything he knows about the child, you are aware. Just makes it easy. So it's first the separation, subconsciously separating. This is your role, this is my role, and everybody is like, okay. And then at the end of the day, we're like, we're supposed to be doing this thing together, and we've already drifted apart. So now there is maybe some concerns with the baby. Maybe the child didn't sleep well at night or something. The lady is calling every other person.
What they're having.
So now there's nothing wrong in talking to everybody. You know, if something happens with one of our child and I call maybe a doctor friend or something, my husband might be there, or he might be the one calling. So even if I'm the one calling or he's the one calling, we are the ones calling, not that one person is trying to solve the problem or, you know. So it's that alignment. Yes, it's a team thing. It's a team thing, which is why even when maybe for some reason something happens between a man and a woman and they have to go their separate ways, we always say that do not let the children suffer. Whatever issues you have with yourself, you are adults, sort yourself out. Don't transfer it to the children. Don't use the children as a weapon or a tool to frustrate the other person. Just give them all the attention that they need. Right? Let them know that when it comes to parenting, we're in it together and we're doing this. When we're done, we can sort ourselves out, you know. But you see, these children, we have to.
It's your responsibility.
Yes.
But why do you think many mothers, you know, disconnect from their partners after childbirth? Is there what role plays into it? What do you think?
Okay, so if a woman thinks that their husband or their spouse, their husband is not sensitive to them, or maybe wasn't sensitive to them
during the period,
during the period of pregnancy, you know, they start detaching, right? They start detaching, and then even when the baby comes, because of all of the time, because nursing a child is time consuming.
It is.
So by the time you're done, the truth is that you have to be like a very intentional person to be able to do many other things apart from even being a wife. So if a woman feels like their spouse was not sensitive enough, if a woman is angry or is holding grudge, resentful, because the truth is, you see, when you're not sensitive to the need, of course, it's not a gender thing, but when you're not sensitive to the need of a woman, especially during pregnancy, and she is not able to communicate it, or she doesn't think she should communicate it, it just starts piling and piling, and she's detaching. You guys are in the same house, you're probably buying baby things, you're doing whatever, and everybody's expecting a child, but she's just in her world.
Okay.
And the man is thinking, no, she's fine, no, she's pregnant, and she too, she's not talking. You know, there's how much you can be in your world, in your space, and you now get comfortable.
Comfortable, that's the word.
And you now get
comfortable. You don't need another person.
You now get comfortable. Then by the time the children or the child comes, that's a lot of work. You just get lost in it. By the time they now realize that, okay, when last did we even talk about anything that is not bills? When last did we talk about anything that is not hospital or baby?
Children.
It's been a while. It's been a while, you know, which is why we can't even joke with friendship when it comes to parenting, right? You know that there are friends, you know, when you have friends in different levels, right? There are some friends that you talk to once in a while. There are some that you talk to every now and again. There are some that no matter how long, by the time you people see, you continue from where you stop and all of that. But you see, in all of this, the friend that is your friend, you know that you guys are intentional about each other. Even if whether you guys are in the same space or not, you know, or in the same country or not, or working, you just know that the reason why you guys are as tight as you are is because you're intentional.
And that period is temporary.
Yes,
It's not a permanent
yes.
thing.
The pregnancy thing will pass. The whole it will pass, you know.
So how can mothers recognize early signs that their marriage is a bit shaky, right? Because, I feel that when you notice things, when the signs are there, and early enough, you're able to
Fix it.
so there's no lingering for a long time and causing. So what are the signs?
Okay, so if you're connected with your spouse, because the truth is that there are many things that cannot happen effectively if there is no connection. You can't even communicate better if you guys are not connected. There are many things that can't happen if a man and a woman are well connected and they know, right? There are things they do together, there are places they go together, there are conversations they have together, and you notice that for some reason, when you begin to notice that is either the things you used to do together, you're not doing them anymore.
Yes.
Then if you also notice that you don't, even when you notice that you've not been doing it, you don't now want to. When you don't feel like, when you begin to feel like, I don't think I want to even go for a walk with you. I don't think I want us to eat together. I don't think I'm looking forward to you coming back from work.
Oh my God.
I don't think I'm looking forward to you gisting. So it's just now roles or neighbors or flatmates. Once you start seeing that the connection is not as it used to be, it's something to talk about. Either to talk about it with your spouse or get a counselor involved. But once you begin to see the signs, those things that you would normally do without thinking, there is already a problem.
Very critical.
There's already a problem.
There's already a problem, and you have to solve it immediately. Yeah. But how can partners or couples maintain strong communication between themselves, during that phase of, motherhood or pregnancyhood and eventually becoming mother? Because I feel like when you have these kids, right, and your communication foundation, just allow me to use that term, but you know what I mean, that foundation as regards communication is not strengthened, you might never recover from that.
Yes.
Because things are always happening. The first kid comes, second kid comes. Before you know it, the house is full. Before you know it, everybody is busy. Before you know, it's distraction everywhere. So how would you, advise couples to build that communication foundation or communication skills between themselves so that, kids coming into the space will not affect it?
Okay, so there's something I always say that you cannot give what you don't have. Right? And the question is now, what is it that we have or that we had even before the children came? Because most times people think that the children are quote and unquote the problem, or it was because we're paying attention to the children. No, there was something. How was the marriage before the children came? If the marriage was solid before the children came, if we were in sync before the children came, it will flow. But if we're just living our lives, when the children comes, we just have now a genuine excuse.
It amplifies it.
Yes, we now have a genuine excuse to. So you're like, we've not gone out on a date in a while, or we've not even played games in a while. I said, I'm tired. I've been breastfeeding. I've been this. I've been that. Oh, and the person understands and say, okay, it's true. Before you know it's true.
They'll stop asking.
They'll stop asking. You stop caring. So first, it's not even the children, is what do we have? What was it that we had? Is it beautiful? Do we like it? Because if you have something and if you have something and it's beautiful and you like it, you will do everything to protect that thing.
Protect it.
Right?
Not like an investment.
I'm telling you, you will protect it no matter what comes. We're very in sync. So once we notice that, even with our kids now, there are days we tell them we're in the house, so we tell them, see, nobody should knock this door. Mommy and daddy were not at home. So we're going inside your room and we're like, we are not at home. And we didn't even start doing it now that they are grown, right? Misha will be 16 in June.
Wow.
But we didn't start, even while she was younger. This is me and my husband's time. So they always hear us, as much as they know that we care for them. They know that we care for each other. So there are some little things I would say, no, don't touch my husband's stuff. There are sometimes my husband will say, all of you, leave my wife alone. All of those things is showing you that I care for you, we care for you, but we are also, yes, because what now happens is that some couples, they use children as excuse. If you are focusing on bills, the bills don't finish.
They amplify with time.
As they grow older, economy. As they grow older, the bills grows with them. But you see, the reason why you see a marriage 25 years, 30 years, and all the children are all right, done with school, maybe planning to get married or are married, and they are telling you, the couples are telling you that we're getting a divorce. You're wondering why. The reason is now all the children are grown. There's nothing.
The marriage has gone.
They didn't have anything before the children came. So now that the children are all grown and out, it's obvious that there's nothing. So what are we doing here?
Wow.
So which is why we should go back to the focus is not the children coming. The focus is what was it we had before they came? Is this beautiful enough for us to protect? So that by the time the children comes, we're doing everything together. You know, you can be so busy raising children and it looks like you don't have time. But you don't have time because you decided not to have time.
You can create time.
You can create time. So for instance, if I'm making if I'm preparing their baskets or I'm preparing their lunch packs for school, because if we have noticed that it's been crazy these past few weeks and it looks like this is now our routine, we prepare them from school, they come back, before they come back from school, we're doing counseling, I'm doing my business, all of this, there is no time. We create a new plan. We will go and make the meals together. We would take them to school together.
At least that time.
You know, there are things, it might be little, but because we're doing it together, it's not little anymore and it counts for something. So, yes, we can really get busy. If the mom is working, dad is working, the children are working. But the thing is, if something is important to you, you protect it, you pay attention to it, you would fix it.
It's about being intentional too. We have to be intentional in this.
The intentional.
That's what I'm trying to understand with this our conversation. But you know, you keep talking about connection, right? There are maybe, right, spouses or couples that don't already have that connection. Can you tell them how they can build it? Because I feel like as long as you guys are still under the same roof, it's not too late.
Yes, actually.
Just tell them what they can do to reconnect back. Or if there was no connection in the first place, how can they build that connection with their spouses?
Okay, so you have to be friends. And how do you become friends? You play together. You plan together, you go through stuff together, you grow together. You know how they always say that 20 children cannot play together for 20 years. The truth is that if the 20 children grow together, they will play together for 20 years. The reason why they can't play together for 20 years is because they are in different parts of the world. They are doing different things. So life favors one and the person is the MD of a bank, and life does not favor one so much and that person is the janitor some way. How do they communicate? So when the bank manager is talking about all the things he wants to do in his organization and all of that, this other person cannot get it and it feels like you're trying to intimidate them. Then no matter how much you bring yourself down for us to relate, it still feels awkward. So it's the same thing for couples that have lost their spark, right? First of all, of course, go back to how you guys met. What did you even want the same thing at the beginning? If you didn't want the same thing at the beginning, you can decide to now want something now, right? How do we build that thing? Be friends. So, you know, you can meet somebody today and it's just hello, hi, my name is Rita and all of that. But if I want to be your friend, I will call you again. Oh, this is Rita, we met the other day. Then I'll call again, can I visit you? I'm being intentional about the friendship. Maybe in another 5 years, we would have done so much together. So it's the same thing. You can intentionally build friendship. Let me make you people laugh. So, I was my husband's, how did they call her? I was my husband's member before we got married.
Okay.
So I was attending.
Yes.
I was attending his fellowship, right? Truthfully speaking, I was serving the Lord. I was literally
Now
just.
who we go ask?
Yeah, I want to ask God now. I was literally serving God. I was not paying attention to anything. I was sincerely serving God. The story too long. I won't go into all of that. But by the time he proposed and we started cutting, because this was somebody that I respected so much. So when he calls me after he had proposed, I'm doing hello, sir. And I'm doing
Hello, baby, sir.
I'm telling you, hello, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. This one,
Oh
sir.
my God. I'm just
And
like, what's going
He
on?
was frustrated. I didn't even know. Right? And if you know me, you know that I'm a very jovial person. So I play with every other person, but when it comes to him, I'll form serious and good girl. And he called me one day and he was like, Rita, we can't do this. So if it's this thing that this thing will not work, I want you to be my friend. I want us to be able to relate and gist and all of that. And I didn't even know why I was crying when he was talking. I didn't know why I was crying.
What?
And my mom can be a very nosy mom. My mom is very involved in our lives. So at the time, when she knew I was talking to him on the phone, and she was like, why are you crying? If you are crying and you're talking to a man that is supposed to marry, it means that maybe the person is no more interested. Do you understand?
Something is going
on. And she started talking. Leave him alone. Don't you know the meaning of your name? My native name is Tegono. It means I'm worth looking for. He said, you are worth looking for. Let him this. In short, by the time she was giving all her pep talk, I didn't know when I started laughing like, Madam, you don't even know. You don't know what's going on here.
But then,
I appreciate my husband so much because he was really, really intentional about many things. Maybe we would have gotten married and have a beautiful marriage, but we would have had a covenant marriage. We'll be together because it's covenant, but it will not be fun. It will not be fun. So it's just duty. It will just be duty.
Beautiful,
husband, wife, mother,
children.
pastor. But what we have is so amazing, and I'm glad that he was intentional about us. Now he will tell you, I'm still looking for this. I've not seen. I've not seen it. So it means that you can actually build friendship with your spouse. You can connect with your spouse. You want to, when you get married, over time, your spouse needs to be your bestie. It doesn't mean that you won't have other besties, but after God, him, then the rest. Do you get? After God is him and the rest. But you see, putting him in that place or her in that place, you have to choose her. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be true. You have to be open, right? You have to communicate. You have to be interested. You both have to be interested in each other. And then it's always amazing when what you want is what your spouse wants, because you can want to be very open and free with the person you're married to, and the person is not. At that point, you have to pray. There's nothing that God cannot do, especially if you are married. If you are not married, I don't know, but if you are married, you have to pray that God makes you guys align in thoughts, align in vision, align in because you can't be going somewhere and your spouse can two work together except they agree.
True.
So build friendship, be intentional about it, play together, plan together. If we plan together, we would be in each other's, we would know what's up with each other. Not that you're planning your own empire and planning my own empire. And when you're doing your thing, there's nobody that is idle. There's nobody that is alone. No matter how much you think you are a loner, there is somebody that is involved in what you're doing. So if it's not your spouse, it will be somebody. It might not necessarily be the opposite sex. It might not necessarily be that there's any affair happening, but there's somebody else.
Yes.
There is always somebody else. It might even be your family, it might be anybody else.
True.
And before you know, the truth is, you and your spouse, you guys are just, it's just an occupation. The place or the office of a husband, the office of a wife, the office of a father, the office of a mother, and that is it. There's nothing else. All your connections, you have it outside. So it can actually be built, plan together, go through pain together. sometimes we might be dealing with stuff, grief, hurt, not necessarily from our spouse, maybe betrayals from friends, maybe betrayal from family, maybe siblings rivalry. Any of these things can even be heartbreak from business, whatever it is. You think it's just you want to go through it alone. But when you go through it together, when you mention it, when you are vulnerable, and when you can be vulnerable about it, and you guys go through it, you will just notice that your bond just continue to get stronger and stronger and stronger, because you know that there is somebody that is in it with you, right? Not just for bad things, even go through your wins together.
Know that you have a support system.
Yes, but you see, that support system, you need to show the person that you need their support. Sometimes we expect the support. We don't ask for it. You just expect that the person is supposed to know what to do. Mbano, be clear, brother in the Lord, I need you to do this and this for me. Or I want you to be able to listen when I tell you this. When you don't listen, this is how I feel. And if you can't say it very clearly in words, put it in writing.
Talking about expectations, because I think you've answered a bit of the question I wanted to ask next. Because I was going to ask you, how should couples handle unmet expectations and disappointments? Because, especially women, we feel that our husband should read our minds to know what we want. Okay, and so you're expecting him to do ABC.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even know that
he's supposed to.
So how can, mothers especially, or couples handle, because it's both ways.
Yes.
The husband has expectation of you as whether you're pregnant or not, how can they handle that phase?
So, two things. First, I will always say, talk about it, right? Then the second one is accept that your spouse is not El Shaddai.
And not the Holy Spirit.
Yes, and not the Holy Spirit. The truth is that there are places where you might be in your life, even if your spouse is aware, it's only God that can help you. It's only God that can heal you. It's only God that can touch you. But yes, you guys are aware. You guys can be praying together. He can hold your hands in faith and all of that. But you also just know that it's God. So if you accept that your spouse is not El Shaddai, that he cannot meet all your needs, you would breathe. Because some people go into marriage thinking that now that I'm married, any problem in this world that I have, physical, financial, social, whatever problem there is in this world, you see this person is the one to
get them.
Do you get? Because if you go in with that mindset already, there's problem.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is talk about it. Like you said, when you expect, there's nothing wrong in expecting your spouse to do stuff, but that's if they are aware.
True.
That's if they are aware. You have to tell them what you want, how you want it. In short, you also even have to pray about it. So, because sometimes you can be saying something and the person is hearing something else.
True.
Which is where prayer comes in. And then I hope, and I really, really hope that as Christians, we believe when we pray. Because most times we actually don't believe when we pray. It's just an activity. It's something that we do. We really, really don't. So that's why you hear some people say, I've prayed about it though. I've been praying about it though. God is a hearing God. And there is a way he responds to things. There is a way he answers that you might not even know that. One of my mentors, she said that there was one time she was praying, and I've also prayed that prayer before, that God help my husband to love me the way I want. Because like I said, yes, help me also to love him the way he wants. Because he might be communicating something. So my husband likes to put his hand in warm water when he wants to eat swallow. And he had mentioned it in passing. Right? The days I'm thinking about him to impress him or somehow, but I didn't think it was something that important. So it was something I would do casually. So I didn't know that it mattered to him. So some days I would do it, other days I would not do it. And the days I did not do it, it's not because I wanted to be stubborn. It was just like, I beg, the water for making the swallow has finished. There's no need to go and get another water, or let's just do this. But There was one time he was teaching and he mentioned it also in passing. I just took notes. And since then,
Yeah, because
I've been consistent in doing it. But guess what? He said to me recently that every time he puts his hand in the warm water for him to eat swallow, he just feels like I was thinking about him, like I was being thoughtful. So you can see that thing, right? He had mentioned it, but I didn't hear it the way he meant it.
And
Maybe-
you didn't take it serious.
I didn't take it. I didn't think it was a big deal. But thank Master Jesus that in some way I was able to get a hang of it and paid attention, because even doing that thing is not a big deal. Now, because I'm conscious about it, I always make provision for extra water, which is nothing. It won't cost me anything.
Because you're going to boil water eventually anyways.
So imagine that for whatever reason, I didn't pay attention to that, or I didn't begin to pay attention to that, because most times the issues we have in marriage are not necessarily the very big things.
Those little things.
Little things.
That seem
And you know how the devil will now amplify it. You have told her that you want to put your hand in warm water, but she will not.
She will not give you warm water.
Just
what is there to boil water for
finish this one. She doesn't regard you, and meanwhile the one doesn't have.
And before you know it, you start building up
into
resentment.
Do you get? So what was the question that even brought us here?
The unmet expectations.
Oh, so talk about your expectations as clear as possible. Don't go to Jerusalem and come back to where? Israel. Just go straight. Babe, please. I would appreciate if you do this. I actually expect that you do this. And when you do it, this is how I feel. Because just saying that you expect and you expect and you expect, sometimes it drives home when you tell the person how you feel when they do those things. Then of course pray that God helps them meet those expectations, because some of the expectations are not easy to them. Do you understand? Some of the expectations are not easy to. They are not things, because we have different temperaments or we're wired differently. There are some things that are my strength that are not my husband's strength.
True.
And for some reason, I expect that I don't even think that you should struggle, because I'm thinking I'm the one that will do it. And to me, it's beans. To me, it's easy. Meanwhile, to the person you're telling to do that for you, because most of the expectations we have, we can meet them ourselves.
Yeah.
But it is beautiful when you get it from your spouse, right? So sometimes, because you can meet it by yourself, you know how you want your birthday gift to come. You know, and you can get it. Do you
have the money?
You have the money to.
But it's sweeter when it's somebody else.
When it's somebody thinking about it and they just hit it? So tell them how you want it. Pray that God helps them meet it, and also give room. The fact that you've mentioned it, the fact that you've mentioned it, the fact that you've prayed about it, don't now set a trap and you're waiting for them to now fall so that you can tell them their life.
I said it.
So give room, pray for grace, for patience. Patience is even the fruit of the Spirit. So just pray for grace and patience to wait till it manifests.
Amazing. I'm enjoying this conversation because it comes home, all right? Because it's something that people experience in their marriages.
Yes.
So I'm really hoping our mothers out there, our mothers to be, okay, they are learning. So many women are torn between being a present wife to their husbands and being a present mother as well to their children. It's already a lot. How can they balance it? And remember that some of these women, they have either work or a business they are running. How do you think they can balance this thing without any aspect of it suffering?
Okay.
Excuse me.
It will come back to alignment. It will come back to intentionality. I'm a mom of 4. I run some businesses. I don't want to say one.
No, it's okay to say your business. You can say your business.
I run some businesses, and we're in ministry as well. I have family on my shoulder. Extended family, and all of this can be a lot. I'm not trying to my husband, I'm not trying to be a macho woman. I am vulnerable. And I hope that mothers out there too will be vulnerable. I am vulnerable enough to say, baby, I need help with ABC. And there are some things that my children want, and they want me to do it. When they tell me, I tell my husband to please either remind me or help me do this thing, but present it, or we'll present it like it was me. But because I'm not trying to prove that I'm the superhero that got everything, do you understand? I'm able to get the help that I need, and I still look great. Now, as a mom, there are things that we can actually delegate so that we can focus on what is important. There are things about, so for instance, you don't have to, if you can afford it, right? Washing your children's clothes to make sure that you're the one washing it. Do you understand? What's it called? There are many of these things
in the house
that doesn't, not like it doesn't count, but by the time you're done doing all of that with every other thing that you're doing, you might not be able to. So your children, right, they want a present mom.
True.
They want a mom that, we're talking about motherhood and me, they want a mom or a parent that they can relate with. If I'm done washing all their clothes from morning till night to show them that their mom is strong and hardworking, and by the time they want to gist with me, I'm too tired to have that conversation. I'm not balancing it. So I think I would say choose your battles wisely. Look at everything that you need to do, right? And then the ones that you can delegate. The ones you cannot delegate, which is most important, you connecting with your children, right? There are sometimes that even with the washing of clothes, you can wash the clothes and you call the child, let's iron it together. And you guys are gisting.
Or you can rinse it, let them spread it.
Let's wash the clothes together. Okay, be washing. And so the thing is, it's not so much about the chores. It's not so much about every other thing. Is this, what are the little things that I can do to connect, with my child? Now, when you do that, what are also the other little things that I can do to bond with my husband? So because it's not something that is it's not so much as in, it's not, like I said, it's not an office that you're trying to clock in and clock out. That, okay, today, hello baby, how are you? I'm at work, I just said I should check on you. Bam, it's done. See, exactly. Oh, you call the children's teacher, how is they doing? Let me say hello to them. See, no. So because you might be doing all of that, but the truth is that there is no connection. There is no, the bonding is not there. So it's not so much about ticking the boxes. It's so much about connection. The connection my first daughter needs is different from the connection our second daughter needs. So you need to know your children and know how to hit it. The expectations our third daughter has is different from the expectation our son has.
True.
So it's just to know your children and know, do you know that you can do 10 things and it doesn't cut it? And you do one and it cuts it. So it's for you to know what is it that is bonding to my child, what is it that is bonding to my husband. If you can figure out those things, you would look like a superhero or super mom, and you're not in quote doing so much.
That's a good one. Okay. So let's talk about intimacy. It's a very so please break any table you need to break, because it's a very essential aspect of marriage that is often neglected, especially after kids come, after childbirth. You see that mothers or some women don't feel like it anymore. The interest is no more there, and it's a very critical aspect of marriage that fire needs to be burning.
Yes.
How can a mother, or couples maintain their intimacy after having kids?
Okay. I think we should start from once the woman is pregnant. So we know that being intimate whilst you're pregnant doesn't disturb the pregnancy.
Did you guys hear that?
Like it doesn't disturb the
Does she
pregnancy.
need to repeat it?
So we know that now, for some people, based on hormones or modes and all of that, is not a problem. For some others, it's a problem. You know, earlier in the conversation, I mentioned selfishness, right? And also mentioned choosing each other. When you're pregnant, especially if you're married to a good man, right? They actually don't want to demand for intimacy or even want to stress you because they feel like they're stressing you. But if you're not a selfish wife, if you love your spouse, you would initiate it. Not necessarily because you want it. If you want it, oh, beautiful. Not necessarily because you want it, but because you know that is a need for him, and staying off it 9 months is a long time. Right? So it might not be as great as it used to be before you took him, but it's something that you should be intentional about. And then intimacy with your spouse is first in the mind before. So if you think about it, it's just like meditation. It's just like meditation. If you meditate on it, even if you're not in the mood, you will now find out that when
feelings start.
Yes, when there is a will, there is a way. If you have the desire in your heart that I would try my best to make sure that this part of our life doesn't suffer, you deciding, not the man, because it's easy when it comes to intimacy in pregnancy. It's easier when the woman makes it easy, unlike because if the man demands it, or even if he mentions it, it seems like he's being insensitive. Right now, we have cleared that part on intimacy during pregnancy. When you get married, when the baby comes, I always ask, so when is safe to begin? Not because as at the time I'm asking, I'm already in the mood. No.
Yeah.
But because, if you're connected with someone, like I said, you're doing everything to protect that connection. You are doing everything to protect that investment, right? You know that if you are not intimate with your spouse after you take in for a very long time, you might not even be interested anymore. And then trying to find your way back can be a lot. So why I don't like difficult things. I'm a spirit controlled sanguine, right? I like things. Show me the easy and the easiest way to do anything. Why do I want to wait and stay off this thing for this long and start doing a lot of work to get back in when I can just position my mind, be interested, and get it done with? So I think for most women it's 6 weeks after delivery, or depending on the complication of childbirth, it might be up to 2 months or 8 weeks or thereabout. Whenever it is that the doctor declares that it's safe to go
to continue,
you can now begin to take baby steps. One thing I would always say when it comes to intimacy in pregnancy and after pregnancy is, please just pay attention to it. Know that if you guys don't have it, right, and especially if you don't initiate it because your husband don't want to initiate it and it seems like he's sensitive, if you don't, the issues that will follow, it's a lot. Now, I don't want to I'm not supporting men that cheat on their spouse because they are pregnant or because they are nursing or whatever. I don't support that. But then the truth is, this thing is a need for both the man and the woman. Gone are those days where intimacy in marriage is just about the man. Do you understand? So if you're intentional about it, it's just like how when you give birth, you are intentional about putting measures in place because you're going back to work. Right? You're going back to work because your career is important to you. Your work is. This is also important. It's very important, and you really do not want to deal with all of the many, let me call it blessings, that will come with losing this part of your life. Again, I know that there's postpartum depression that comes with having children and all of that. I pray that for every woman that is in that phase at the moment, that the Lord will help them go through it. The Lord will heal their hearts. The Lord will just literally help them through that period, and help their spouse also to be sensitive enough to know what to do and navigate that season. But when it comes to emotional sickness, which is what this is, the power is in your hands. My mom had stroke when I have 6 siblings. I'm the first of 6 siblings. When she gave birth to our last sisters, they are twins. 2 months after she gave birth to them, she had stroke. So I practically, my husband said I'm a cheat. I've done motherhood twice. I did it then. So I and my immediate younger sister practically raised those children. In short, everywhere I was going to, my license to go was to carry them. It's either you're carrying them or you're not going. So we took care of them. Many years after, my mom was having issues. She wasn't sleeping. She was stressed. Of course, it's an emotional thing. She's gone to the hospital. They've given her drugs, all of the drugs that needs to be given. Her BP is not coming down. She's not sleeping. And I said, Madam, you see, your healing is in your hands. And the reason why you need to tap deep and decide to come out of this thing is that don't make my life complicated. We already lost our dad very early, right? Don't die and add to. So please, if you don't want to make my life,
we need you to live longer.
Yes. So please, can you just also, what is the problem? We now found out that she was having some kind of very funny dreams that was making her scared, and she didn't want to sleep because she felt like she was going to dream all of those things. We prayed and God did what he needed to do. But my emphasis for sharing that story is that, you see, when it comes to emotional sickness, your healing is in your hands. You have to decide. The truth is, no matter what everybody is doing, no matter the support everybody is giving, if you are not ready to be okay, you'll be there for a very long time. And it will be so sad. Yes, you will not be responsive to the help and everything. And it will be so sad that eventually, when maybe you come out of this and you look back and this is gone, that is gone, this is gone, it's not a good place to be, you know. So I pray that God would help you come out of whatever trauma, whatever it is that is making you stuck in your emotions and not going past it. I pray that God will help you. In Jesus' name.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Would have closed it, but I have a few more questions for you.
It's fine.
So talking about resentment, okay, is one thing that plays in a marriage, especially when kids come. How can couples, address this resentment thing? And what do you think causes it? What causes it, and how can it be resolved?
Okay, so we can't talk about resentment and not mention sensitivity. There are some times or some things that your spouse is doing, and you think that it is too trivial enough for you to mention. But, excuse me, as trivial as it is hurting you.
Yeah.
Right? So other times you're waiting for the best time to talk about it. Maybe the stuff is so also sensitive that you feel like if you talk about it now, it might trigger something else. So you're waiting. The more you're waiting, the more the anger is building within you. The more you don't want to see the person, you don't want to talk to the person. The truth is that I always say, whatever decision we're making in marriage part time, look at the future. Where is this decision going to lead to? If what the decision is going to lead to is good, stay there. But if what the decision is going to lead to is not something good, get help. Open your mouth and talk about it. However it is that you can pray that God gives you wisdom, pray that God gives you strength, helps you mention the issue and is received well, because talking about the issue is one thing, how the issue is received is another thing.
Not be received well, or that can
Do you
escalate.
escalate things, you know? So, because most times I always say that when it comes to conflict resolution and all of that, what you really want is for the issue to be dealt with. It's not so much about you just speaking English and saying your mind. What you want is so what do I need to do? Or how do I need to say it? How do I need to go about it that this thing is actually dealt with? So, resentment, there are many things that can cause resentment in marriage. Like I said, it can be, most times there are always little things that, there are things that can be said in passing that you feel like, you know, the person, maybe your spouse was actually joking. So you don't want to bring up the matter because you know that at this thing, maybe the person said, my wife always goes late. And there were people that everybody was there who just laughed about it. But the person now thinks about it. Why would you say I always? Yes, I always do it, but it's not like I always go with love. But
not like I love to close.
Go there, you know.
So
you are just thinking all of these things, having a conversation in your head, and you know anything we meditate upon, good or bad, it will grow. So the person did not even realize or has not realized whatever it is, or sometimes they might even know what they are saying, right? But basically, communication needs to be had. These things, all of these things can cause resentment, but we need to talk about it. We need to deal with it. Like I said, if you don't talk about it, if you don't deal with it, a disaster is waiting to happen.
God forbid.
God forbid. God forbid. So, because we don't want to get there, right? I always say that, why do we want to make a mess and now start trying to fix it when we can find a way to avoid it
from the beginning?
From the beginning, you know. Well, some people have grace to build after it's been scattered. Some other people rather just avoid it and, you know.
Wow. So in wrapping this up, what would you tell that couple or those couples that feel like their connections are lost? What would you encourage them to do? Just speak to them.
Yeah. You can build it. You can find it. The first thing is, do you desire it? If you desire it, start praying for your heart first, and pray for your spouse as well. You know, that you guys would want the same thing, right? And I think that it might help if you can find a counselor that you trust and that you believe in. You know, there are marriage counselors and there are married counselors, and find a counselor that you trust and believe in can help you both. But until then, pray for your heart, pray for your spouse, and be vulnerable. Both of you, be vulnerable enough. Be vulnerable with your emotions. Be vulnerable with you, right? Most times we're married, but we really don't want to, for some reasons. Maybe you saw things growing up and you already vowed that, hey, this will not happen to me. You know, no. Be vulnerable. If your vulnerability is taken for granted, if your vulnerability is abused, it's on the person that abused it or took it, not on you. Because if you are married, being vulnerable is what you should do. So if they took it for granted or abused it, it's not on you, it's on them. You know, so be vulnerable, trust God. There is nothing that God cannot fix. You know, most times we believe that God is so powerful and he can raise the dead, he can heal the sick, but we don't believe that he can fix our home. We don't believe that he can. We need to believe that God can fix your home and trust him and yield. Because as you're praying, God will not come down to do some things. There are little things that he might tell you to do or lead you to do, or that can come in in suggestions or advice from people around. Be willing, right, to do those things. And I pray that God will strengthen you and grant you grace to do them, because you might know the right thing to do, but the village people is just whispering in your ear. They are whispering in your ear, telling you, no, I'm not the man here. You can't do that. No.
Wow, amazing. It has been an amazing time with you, Rita. Yes. Thank you so much for coming. Before you go, we have a game.
Okay.
Very short game we want to play. Who is more likely to forget PTA meetings?
Maybe me, actually.
Really?
Yes.
For a mother?
Yes. So I have my strengths, and my husband has his strengths.
Okay, I
so
get that.
what we do is there are things that just know once he knows the date, I know that I won't forget. And then the other thing is that I don't want to say I'm a sports wife.
I think you're a sports wife.
I don't want to say, well, let me enjoy it. I'm a sports wife. So there are many things that maybe I'll be on top of my game. But because I have the kind of support that I have, my dear, I'm a baby girl. Please, let me enjoy myself. Glory to Master
And nothing
Jesus.
can take it away from
At
you.
all.
Enjoy it, please. Nice one. Who is more likely to eat the children's snacks?
Oh, with all pleasure.
Maybe because I don't that does the cooking.
Yes, with all pleasure. I'm sorry I ate it. But my husband will not do that.
Really?
He won't touch it.
See, don't tell anybody.
Yeah, okay.
But when my children come back with party packs,
You do the needful.
and for some reason they will forget.
Do you get?
I think when I finish, sometimes I
worry.
call mommy. That is not.
It's okay. We're all children. I'm a child of God.
Okay, who is more likely to say I am tired first
I'm tired.
when it comes to chores or when it comes to
Oh.
raising children?
Okay, it's me. I'm easily exhausted, actually. Yes.
Really?
Yes, I am.
I think you're really a sports wife because
I am.
There are some mothers that even if they are tired, I must do this one.
No,
But I don't do it, my husband will not do it,
No,
kind of thing.
No, I'm a sports wife, so
Oh, and I love it for you.
Mm.
I love it for you.
I'm a
Please
sports wife,
enjoy it.
actually.
Who is more likely to fall asleep while watching the kids? Your husband is a perfect man, no? What is all this? You've been the one spoiling things here. Okay, who is more likely to overreact over small things?
Maybe him
Hmm.
or both of us. But maybe him.
I think it would be him because you're an outgoing
Yes, so
person.
it's him,
You're
actually.
always
Yes, it's him.
Who is more likely to say, "Don't worry, I'll handle it," and still not handle it?
Okay. With my full chest. With my full chest.
Who is more likely to spend money on the kids?
Okay. Him.
Him,
Actually,
right?
yes.
I see your updates sometimes. When it's their birthdays,
Oh,
he does,
Most times I'm asking him, please, what's all this? Like
Each person will get their gifts well packaged.
that's why they're always hugging him.
Oh,
But then I don't care because they know the mother that they have. Am I your mother? Yes, it's all right. I'm your mom. Enjoy like I said, I think I'm quite sport. There are a lot of things that because my husband, because we're partners and I know that he's very involved. See, if God has given you stuff like
why do you want to talk to
please.
Okay, who is more likely to use phone to distract the kids?
Retired one.
Oh my God, Rita.
Retired one.
Who is more likely to forget important dates, example, anniversaries, school events, and all that? Rita, I think at this point I should just stop asking because
no, try. Maybe.
you've been the one
One
spoiling
last
this
one.
thing.
One last one.
Who is more likely to cancel date nights because of tiredness? You again. Oh my God. Who is more likely to wake up at night for the baby? Oh, this girl, you are blessed. You are blessed. Who is more likely to say we will talk later and never bring it up again?
Okay.
Just to ease off the tension in the house.
Yes, Rita.
Who is more likely to check the children every 5 minutes, especially when they're young?
Both of us, actually.
Aww. Who's more likely to lose patience faster?
PH.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've come to the end of the game. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for having
We've come to the end of this segment and I enjoyed it. Thank you once again.
Same
So,
here,
mothers,
me too.
there you have it. Please don't do this journey alone. Seek help. Ask for help. Like we mentioned, your husband is not in your mind, so he will not know the kind of help you want or what you want. So please voice it out. Speak up. He's your partner, okay? You can't do this journey. And then God did not design for you to do this parenthood alone
By yourself, yes.
or by yourself. Get him involved. From the inception, from the time you notice you're pregnant, get him involved. All right. And you'll be sure that many fathers or many spouses will be happy
they are
doing it,
actually.
especially because they're very new experience for both of you. I'm sure they don't mind. So please don't lock it up inside, and which will lead to resentment later on. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
And before you go, we have a little gift for you.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. That's so thoughtful.
This is for Motherhood and Meeting to say thank you.
My God.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. We value the values that you have pushed out from your wealth of experience.
This is so beautiful.
You can unbox it if you want.
Oh my! I will unbox it. Let me see. How did this do that? Oh. Okay. Let me know. But this is so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Motherhood and Me. Oh, this is so nice. So nice. You're an amazing mom. Yes, I am. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad. I also had a great time.
Oh, thank you so much.
I had a great time. Thank you. Wow. This is
all right, guys. Please don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms so that you're notified when we have other content for you. Till we see you again. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.